Hey, when did y'all started cussing? Come on, be truthful. When did you start using your first cuss word? And what's your favorite cuss word? And why people getting on you about cussing? And they still, they bisexual, they lesbian, they dykes, they transgender, they lie, they steal, they do incest, they preach and they go around and they sleep around with a sheep. They drunkards, they greedy with your money. They blaspheme, and let's go on and on and on. But you say one little cuss word, or you got cuss, you got shortcoming, and they target you. And when did you start? See, let's go. Let's get to the root of it. When did you start using a bad word, cuss word? When did that unclean spirit come on you? Come and attack you? And why do you use profanity? Use bad words? Is because that lie you don't know, like Malcolm X, like that guy said, people cuss because they don't know the right words to say. Is it that? Is it that? Or are they using profanity because the person, they fighting words? Because the bully or the people in their lives and provoked them and bullied them and harmed them and violated them and gaslighted them. And they know the right words to say. They have used the right words. They have been quiet and mild and meek and humble and still been violated and abused and bullied and ignored. When did it start? And what started from that, from profanity to fornicating? But yet, okay, but yet, that's like the preacher. I heard this preacher at United Baptist Church. I forget the guy's name, but he said it's people that write out citations. They got the typical citations. They write sin is sin. Sin is sin is sin is sin. But when it comes to you, oh my God, she cussed. I had this sister tell me today. I would tell her about what happened to me, it being raped. My neighbor raped me. Told her what happened, and I told her we were talking about this preacher that abused me last year. And kind of find out she's abusing other people, other members in the church that I used to go to. She's abusing other people, deacons and other ministers, and obviously getting away with it. And so I was telling this sister, she seeing saying, I was telling her, say, you know what, I was supposed to, I talked to the pastor about being a minister, because he always talking about, talking about you feel like you call the preach whatever. You call the priest, let them know. I let them know more than one. You know what the first thing came out this lady mouth? Yeah, but you can't be cussing in the pulpit at the sacred desk. At the sacred. Okay, it's not that sacred. It ain't a sacred desk. It's not a holy church. If you got, no, ain't no if. When you, let me correct that. When you have people in the pulpit, leaders in the pulpit doing all kind of raunchy, unclean, scandalous, immoral things in the church, in a church building, outside, outside the church house. Ain't doing everything and anything, and it just ain't being caught. It's not that obvious. And people know what's going on, and they keep hush, hush. Y'all, cause you can't be cussing. How can you ignore a leader in a church, a pastor, a reverend, a minister that's obviously, they obviously bullying and abusing the sheep, obviously sinning. It's so obvious even Stevie Wonder can see it. But let someone come off the street, or someone that was a former member, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, you cuss, oh my God, oh. What is that? I know, I noticed that. I noticed that. It goes for not even in the, not just in these church houses or these institutional church. That goes for on a job, in your family. And you put expectation. Oh, they'll talk down to the mama, talk down to the father, you know, talk down to the mother, talk to the mother like she ain't nothing. Oh, but support the father, the one that's not available, that's not there. Talk down, talk down to the mother behind the scenes. And when the mother get upset, oh, see, I don't know why you getting upset. Okay. And like my son say, oh, they only doing it because it's got to be somebody. It's got to be one of their peers or their group, somebody around that they trying to impress. See that? See that? That's what I'm trying to get her to come in. Trying to get my birth mother to come in the group. I'm trying to change her. You know, trying to whip her and change her and mold her and shape her into where I want her to be. I don't accept her as she is. I don't love her. See that? See that? She getting upset. She cussing. See that? Y'all, I know. I noticed. I noticed that. I noticed that. I noticed that in the neighbor. I noticed that in my neighbor. I noticed it in my neighborhood too. When I'm alone and I stay to myself and I don't bother nobody and I don't let nobody in my apartment and I don't talk them hot by and I mind my business. I don't. When I'm nasty and rude, when I don't, when I'm not kind to people, when I go against my natural tendency to be loving and kind and trusting, and I go against that, and I'm secluded, completely. I don't go to church. I don't go in nobody's house. I don't visit nobody. I don't talk to nobody. I don't talk to my adult children. I don't talk to my spouse. I don't. I don't. I cut everything off, and I'm completely, completely isolated. No social media, no YouTube, no nothing. Then people like, oh, oh, you need. It's like you darn if you do, it darn if you don't. You wrong if you do, you wrong if you don't. I knows that. Where you been at? Oh, what's been going on? Where you been at? Cause you ain't got nobody to bully, to target, to prey on, to talk about, to change, correct, control, manipulate, lie about, gaslight. And God, oh my God, God forbid if I get suicidal. If I start popping pills, want to overdose. Oh my God, God forbid that happen. If I have what you call it, self-defense classes or a taser, God forbid. Oh, God forbid that. Y'all, I'm just curious. When did that, ask yourself that. When did you start using the F bomb? And why? When did you start using the D word or the S word? And why? And how did it happen? Where did you learn it from? And why you keep it, and why you keep, that ain't no different than you occasionally taking a cooler. Why you tried this, people gonna criticize you. They always got something to criticize you, but if it's not that, they gonna criticize why you ain't traveling, why you ain't. They assess your situation and they say, why you ain't traveling like my friends? Why you still stuck in the apartment that you in? Why you ain't going nowhere? Why? Don't they sound like Charlie Brown? Wah. Wah. Y'all can laugh. Go ahead. Go ahead and laugh. It ain't funny what is going on, and you be like, you be thinking to yourself, what did I do to them? You don't challenge them. You don't question them. You don't impose on them. You don't disrespect them. They'll talk about challenge. They the main ones. They will challenge your relationship with God. It will challenge your relationship. You ain't reading the Bible more. You ain't praying more. You ain't fasting more. Well, pray for me. Pray, you do this. La, 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 la. And behind the scenes, day by day, God is healing you slowly. He's restoring you slowly in His time, on His timetable, according to His will. And these people is disrespecting. They down and out disrespecting God's plan, the way He's moving. Let's keep that real. That's the easy way out, to go ahead and kill yourself. That's the copy. That's the coward's way. Trust me, I've made several suicidal attempts. I did that before. It's been such a long time ago. While my kids was in foster, before, it was such a long time. It was a long time ago. In 2010, my youngest daughter lied on me lied on me, and my middle son was in the house, was in the apartment with me, and social services lied and said that I was suicidal when I wasn't, and I was in the hospital. Y'all, all because of my daughter's lies. La 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 la. She would do anything to go back to her foster parent. Anything. No, knowing full well that I was not abusing her. Anything. She was little doing that. Lied on my oldest son one time when my oldest son was babysitting her. La 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 la, and they would believe the kid over the parent, and being that my husband wasn't there, wasn't there, y'all. Fa la 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 la. Y'all, that's the question for the day. When did it happen, and how did it happen, and why? Questions. Question is, y'all remember that one? Question is, and the answer is no, 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 no. Y'all remember that song? The questions are, y'all, you can go ahead and laugh. It ain't funny while you going through it. You know what God telling me? Telling me set boundaries and no contact them, and stay in the secret, stay in the cleft of the rock. Like Moses was, and God passed him while he was in the rock. You hide in the cleft of the rock. Stay focused. Stay focused. Have the patience of Job. Your own, your own family. You know Job's wife, curse God and die. You speak like a foolish one. You speak like a foolish child. You speak like a foolish husband. You know what? Bye. That's one thing about the book of Job. It don't say how many years or how. It don't say how long that was going on. Don't let these people despise. They got the spirit of despising you. Well, you must have did something. Job's fake friend. Well, you must have did something. You don't suffer like that for no reason. Y'all, because God is bragging. He was bragging to Satan. Have you set your sights on Job? And y'all fill in the blank. Have you set your sights on Crystal? Have you set your sights on whatever your name is? In God's eyes, you are blameless and upright. Turn aside from evil, despite what they got to say about you. Hey. Y'all, okay. That's it. That's it right there. Okay, let me get off here. But yeah, I just wanted to raise that. But for those of you out there that's in isolation, you in a valley. Like that preacher said, God is the God of the valley and the mountain. You in the valley season right now. And he was saying, don't despise your valley. Hello, somebody. Hello. All right, let me get over here. Peace.